Hello everyone, welcome to Quality Thought YouTube channel. Today we will see the concepts related to the compound interest. In the previous session we have seen the concepts of how the interest is calculated, like we have seen some terminologies like principal amount, rate of interest and the time period, and based on that we have seen how the interest will be calculated, that we call as simple interest. Now today we will see what is this compound interest and how it will be calculated, and what is the difference between this simple interest and compound interest. See, the main difference between simple interest and compound interest is, in compound interest the interest will be calculated on the previous year interest along with the principal amount. In compound interest the interest will be calculated on the previous year interest along with the principal amount. So we will take the previous year interest also into consideration, and on that again the interest will be calculated in the process of calculating the compound interest. Now see, let me take principal amount as 100, the rate of interest is 3% and time period is 3 years. Okay. So 100 rupees I have taken, rate of interest is 3%, time period is 3 years. Now interest for 1 year, so for 1 year or the first year the interest is, so it is 100 into 3%, so 100 will cancel, this is 3. So the interest, so this is interest for the first year. The same we calculated in the simple interest also. So for the first year both simple interest and compound interest will be same. Now see how this compound interest is calculated. The compound interest for first year and second year and third year. Just we are checking how the interest is calculated. So for the first year the compound interest is 3 rupees, and for the second year it exists as 3 rupees, and third year 3 rupees. But what happens in the second year? On the first year's interest, extra 3% is calculated, 3 of 3%. So on the first year's interest another 3% is calculated in the compound interest. Now what happens to the third year? For the third year the 3 rupees will be there as interest, and on the first year's 3 rupees, another 3% is calculated, and on the second year's value, on the second year's interest again another 3% is calculated, 3 plus 3 of 3% of 3%. So this is how the compound interest is calculated. That means the interest will be calculated again on the previous year interest. See, in simple interest we have just written 3 rupees, 3 rupees, 3 rupees for the years, but here you need to take the extra interest on the previous year's interest also. So this is the main thing we need to consider in calculating the compound interest. Now see, in simple interest first we calculated the interest, then we calculated the total amount. In compound interest first we will calculate the total amount. So compound interest first we will see the total amount. So the total amount, so total amount A is P into 1 plus R by 100 whole power T. So here P is the principal amount, R is the rate of interest and T is the time period. We have already seen this. P is principal amount, R is rate of interest and T is time period. So therefore the compound interest is calculated as the total amount minus the principal amount. So if you subtract the principal amount from the total amount, that will give the compound interest. So this is the things we will keep in mind when we solve the questions. But here we need to check few things, where when we are solving some question it will be given that the rate of interest is calculated half yearly, rate of interest is calculated yearly. Let's write a few things about it. Let's take sum P is there, and rate of interest So R percentage per annum. So per year, rate of interest is calculated R percentage. Now check the first case here, when the rate of interest is calculated half yearly. So when the rate of interest is calculated half yearly, in this case the rate of interest will become R by 2 percentage. So the rate of interest will become R by 2 percentage, because R is the rate of interest per 1 year and by 2 we need to do, because half yearly means per 1 year you have 2 half years, and the time period will become, T will become 2 into T, because T is 1 year, 2 into T is 2 into 1, 2 half years. So this is 2 into T, that is half years. So the total amount will become, so it is P into 1 plus R by 2 by 100 whole power 2T, whole power 2T. Here this T value is 1, because it is 1 year, in 1 year 2 halves will be there. So in this case, when the rate of interest is calculated half yearly, R value will become R by 2 and T value will become 2 times of the years. So 2 into 1 year will be there, so 1 into 2, that is 2 half years. If 2 years is there, 2 into 2, 4 half years. So this is half yearly. Let us see another case, the second case, when the rate of interest is calculated quarterly. So when we calculate the rate of interest quarterly, so in this case ROI, the rate of interest will become R by 4 percentage, because we will have 4 quarters in 1 year. So on the time period, 4 into T, T is the number of years he has given. If he gives 1 year, 4 into 1, if he gives 2 years, 4 into 2, that means 8 quarters will be there, because each year will have 4 quarters, 2 years will have 8 quarters. So this is how the time will be taken. So the total amount A will be written as P into 1 plus R by 4 by 100 whole power 4T. So as the rate of interest is calculated quarterly, you need to take the value R by 4 into 4 power T. So T value is the number of years. If T is 1 year, write 1. If time is 2 years, write 2, like that. So let us see the third case. On the same sum, if the rate of interest is calculated differently for different years. So the third case, on the same sum, if the rate of interest is calculated differently for different years. For example, R1 percentage for first year, comma R2 percentage for second year, and so on. If the interest is calculated for different times, different rate of interest is there, then the total amount will be, then the total amount A is calculated. The total amount A is calculated as P into 1 plus R1 by 100 whole power T1. So R1 by 100 whole power T1 into 1 plus R2 by 100 whole power T2, and so on. So T1 value is 1, because only one first year will be there. T2 value will be 1, because only one second year will be there. So this is the cases. Quarterly means R by 4, half yearly means make the R value into 2 equal parts, and if the rate of interest are different for different years, so take them separately and you can calculate the values. Now let us see the relationship between simple interest and compound interest. We will take some values. So let us consider. Now let us see the relation between simple interest and compound interest. Actually this will speak about the difference between simple interest and compound interest. Let us write it. The relation between simple interest and compound interest. So let us see the relation between simple interest and compound interest. Actually this relation will give the difference between simple interest and compound interest for various years. Consider there is a sum P, let we have a sum P, and the rate of interest on this is calculated as R percentage. The rate of interest is R percentage and there is a sum P, and on a sum P at R percentage rate of interest, the difference between the simple interest and compound interest for the first year. Okay. So we will write here difference for first year. Okay, I will write here first year. So for the first year, the difference between simple interest and compound interest, the difference between simple interest and compound interest is, see, when we have taken the example in the previous cases, when we started the simple interest and compound interest on 100 rupees at 3% rate of interest for 3 years, for the first year both simple interest and compound interest were 3 rupees. Both simple interest and compound interest were 3 rupees for the first year. So for the first year, first time period, the simple interest and compound interest will be same. So the difference between them will be equals to 0. So the difference between them will be equals to 0. Now for the second year, on a sum P at R percentage rate of interest, the difference between simple interest comma compound interest for 2 years is given as P into R square by 100 square. Here square is only for R, so this is P into R square by 100 square. So this is the difference between simple interest and compound interest for 2 years. And we'll write one more for the third year. So let's see for the third year the difference between simple interest and compound interest. Difference of simple interest and compound interest for the third year is, this is 3 into P 3P R by 100 whole square plus P into R by 100 whole cube. So the difference between simple interest and compound interest for the third year is 3P R by 100 whole square plus P into R by 100 whole cube. See, for the first year always the difference between simple interest and compound interest will be 0. For the second year the difference between simple interest and compound interest is P R square by 100 square. And for the third year the difference between simple interest and compound interest is 3P R by 100 whole square plus P into R by 100 whole cube. So these are the concepts we need to remember before we solve the questions. Now let's solve the questions. See the question number 1. The question says, calculate the total amount to be paid on 500 rupees at 10% rate of interest per annum for 2 years compounded annually. Now check, there is an amount P 500 rupees is given at 10%, that means rate of interest is given 10% and the time period we have is 2 years. Now we need to find the total amount. So how much is the total amount should be paid on this 500? So what should be the total amount to be paid on the 500 at 10% rate of interest for 2 years? So the total amount is equals to, this is P value is 500 into 1 plus rate of interest is 10 by 100 whole power, he said the time period is 2 years. Okay. So it is 500. See now this 10 ones are 10 tens are. So 10 ones are 10 tens are 100. Now 1 plus 1 by 10, if you go for the LCM, 10 plus 1 is 11 by 10 into 11 by 10. So 11 by 10 into 11 by 10, here 2 zeros will cancel. So this is 11 11s are 121 into 5. So 11 11s are 121 into 5. So this is 5 ones are 5, 12 5s are 60. So the total amount to be paid on 500 rupees at 10% rate of interest for 2 years is 605 rupees. See what we have done, A is the total amount is equals to P into 1 plus R by 100 whole power the time period. So R is 10%, so zeros will cancel. So P value is 500, so 500 into 10 plus 1 is 11 by 10 whole square. So write it 2 times, 11 by 10 into 11 by 10. Here 2 zeros will cancel, 11 11s are 121, 5 1s are 5, 5 2s are 10, 5 1s are 5 plus 1 6. So the total amount to be paid after 2 years is nothing but 605 rupees. See the question, the compound interest to be paid on 10,000 rupees at 20% rate of interest per annum for 3 years compounded annually. So we need to find what is the compound interest. You need to find the compound interest, and the principal amount is given, P value it is 10,000, and rate of interest is given 20% per annum, and time period we have T is equals to 3 years. So first calculate the total amount, otherwise directly we can calculate the compound interest. So the compound interest can be calculated. This is the total amount minus the principal amount. So total amount minus the principal amount. Total amount is nothing but P into 1 plus R by 100 whole power T. If you take P common, it can be written as 1 plus R by 100 whole power T minus 1. So whole power T minus 1. So using this directly we can calculate the compound interest here. So let's see that. First we will calculate the total amount and then we can subtract the principal amount from that. Now let's see the compound interest in this case. The compound interest in this case is calculated. P value is 10,000 into 1 plus, so rate of interest is 20 by 100 whole power, this is calculated for 3 years, it is calculated for 3 years minus 1. So simplify this, this is 20 1s are 20 5s are. Now this is, I will write it once again, so is equals to 10,000, so 10,000 into 5 plus 1, it is 6 by 5, so this is 6 cube is 216 by 555, that means 5 5s are 25 5s are 125 minus 1. So this is, so here 10,000 into 1 plus, this is 20 1s are 25s are 5 1s are 5 plus 1 6. So 6 by 5 whole cube, 6 6 are 36 6 are 216 by 5 5s are 25 5s are 125 minus 1. Now take the LCM inside of this and this can be written as 10,000. So it is 10,000 into 216 minus 125, we will write it 216 minus 125 by 125. So 10,000 into, this is 216 minus 125 1s are 125 by 125. Now try to simplify this, this is 25 5s are 125, this is 25 4s are 100, so this is 25 4s are 100, 2 zeros are left, so this is 5 1s are 5 80s are. So this is 80 into, so 80 into, take the subtraction of 216 minus 125, so 6 minus 5 is 1, so 6 minus 5 is 1, so 21 minus 12 is equals to 9. So this is 8 1s are 8, 8 9s are 72, so this is 7 2 8 0. So it is 8 1s are 8, 8 9s are 72 and put a 0. So the compound interest is calculated by subtracting the principal amount from the total amount. So this is what we have written, P value is 10,000, 1 plus rate of interest is 20% per annum, 20 1s are 25s are, time period he has given 3 years, so whole power 3 minus 1 is equals to 10,000 into 216 by 125 minus 1. So 10,000 into 216 minus 125 is, we have calculated it, 216 minus 125 by 125, 25 5s are 125, 25 400s are, 5 1s are 5 80s are. So 80 into 216 minus 125 is 91. So 80 into 91, that is 7,280. So the compound interest to be paid after 3 years on a sum of 10,000 at 20% rate of interest for 3 years is 7,280 rupees. Let's see the question. The question says, in how much time a sum of 1,000 rupees amounts to 1,331 at 20% rate of interest per annum compounded half yearly. See, in this question he is saying this 20% rate of interest per annum, per year it is 20% rate of interest, but now he is calculating it on half year basis. He is calculating it on half year basis. Now what we need to find in this question? In this question we need to find in how much time. So how much time, we need to find the time. So in how much time a sum of 1,000 rupees, that means we have the p value, that is 1,000 rupees, amounts to, we have discussed about this word amounts to. Whenever you see this word, whenever you see the word amounts to, the number, the value which is there after this word, that will become the total amount. That means in this question the 1000 rupees is becoming 1331 rupees including the interest. So we have the rate of interest per year, that is 20%. So the principal amount is 1000 and the total amount is 1331 at 20% rate of interest. So per annum it is 20% every year, and when if it is calculated half yearly, in how much time this 1000 will become 1331. As he mentioned that time half yearly, let us find the rate of interest for half year. So rate of interest for 1 year, he has given it as 20%. For 1 year it is 20%. So rate of interest for half year we will calculate. So rate of interest for half year is, it is 20 by 2, which is 10%. Now complete year rate of interest is 20% and for half year it is 10%. Now see, the total amount has become 1331. That means 1331 is equals to, it is 1000 rupees is the principal amount into 1 plus rate of interest should be taken for half year, that is 10 by 100. We need to find the time period, that is t. So time period we need to find, write it as t. So zeros will cancel here, and this 1331 I can write as 11 cube and 1000 will be written as 10 cube. So if we have a power m by b power m, we can write it as a by b whole power m. So similarly 1331 is 11 cube and 1000 is 10 cube, so it can be written as 11 by 10 whole power 3. So this is equals to, this is 10 ones are 10 plus 1, 11 by 10 whole power t. So 11 by 10 whole power 3 is equals to 11 by 10 whole power t. Now see, the base values are equal, this and this base values are equal. So as the base values are equal, we can make the powers equal, therefore the value of t will be 3. Here 3 is not years, 3 is 3 half years. We need to remember that t value is 3 half years because we calculated the rate of interest for half year. So t will be 3 half years, which will be equals to 1.5 year. So the solution is, in 1.5 year a sum of 1000 rupees amounts to 1331 at 20% rate of interest when it is compounded half yearly. See, as he said, what we have done here, as he said rate of interest for 1 year is 20 but calculated half yearly. So I calculated the rate of interest for half year, which is 10%. Now the total amount is 1331 is equals to, principal amount is 1000 into 1 plus 10 by 100 whole power t. Cancel the zeros. 1331 is 11 cube, 1000 is 10 cube. So I can take this 10 cube to this side, which is 11 by 10 whole cube is equals to 11 by 10 whole power t. So now as the base values, both side base values is 11 by 10. So t will become 3. It is not 3 years, it is 3 half years because the rate of interest is calculated half yearly. So t is 3 half years, which is 1.5 year. See the next question, what will be the compound interest on 600 rupees at 5% rate of interest in the first year and at 10% rate of interest in the second year? There is a sum 600 rupees. On this the rate of interest is calculated 2 times, that is compound interest. In the first year it was calculated as 5% and in the second year it was calculated as 10%. In the first year it is 5% and in the second year it is 10% that is calculated. So we need to find what will be the compound interest. What will be the compound interest? So we need to find the compound interest value, and principal amount we have, that is 600. So let us consider the first year rate of interest, I am taking it as R1 and the second year rate of interest is R2. Here we need to find, here we need to check the time periods. T1 is for the first year is only 1 year, one first year will be there. So T1 is 1 and T2 is second year, only second year, only one second year will be there, so it will be 1 year. So we will have only one first year, so T1 is 1, we will have only one second year, so T2 is again 1. Now the total amount in this case, the total amount will be principal amount into 1 plus R1 by 100 whole power T1 into 1 plus R2 by 100 whole power T2. So we will first find out the component, we'll first find out the total amount. So principal amount is 600 into 1 plus rate of interest for the first year is 5 by 100 whole power 1, because we have only one first year, into 1 plus rate of interest for the second year is 10 by 100, we have only one second year. So now try to simplify this. So zeros will cancel here, this is 5 ones are 5 20s are. So this is 600 into 20 ones are 20 plus 1, this is 21 by 20 into 10 ones are 10 plus 1, 11 by 10. So this is 600 into 20 ones are 20 plus 1, 21 by 20, this is 10 ones are 10 plus 1, 11 by 10. So this is zeros will cancel here, and this is 2 ones are 2 3s are. So it is 2 ones are 2 3s are. Now let us simplify this. 21 3s are 63 into 11. So 63 into 11 is 693. 11 3s are 33, 11 6s are 66 plus 3, 69. That means the total amount to be paid on 600 rupees at 5% rate of interest in the first year and at 10% rate of interest in the second year will be 693 at compound interest. Now what we need to find out? We need to find out the compound interest. So therefore the compound interest is total amount is 693 minus the principal amount is 600 is equals to 93 rupees. So the total amount is 693 and the principal amount is 600. So the difference is nothing but the compound interest, which is 93 rupees. See what we have done in this question, he asked us to find out the compound interest. Principal amount we have 600, and on this 600 5% rate of interest is calculated in the first year and 10% rate of interest is calculated in the second year. Now if the rate of interest is calculated differently for different years, now what will be the compound interest? That is the question. So we will have only one first year, so we have written T1 as 1 year. We will have only one second year, so we have written T2 also 1 year. So total amount is principal amount into 1 plus R1 by 100 whole power T1 into 1 plus R2 by 100 whole power T2. So 600 into 1 plus R1 is 5 by 100 into 1 plus R2 is 10 by 100. Now simplifying, after simplifying this, total amount we will get is 693. So the compound interest to be paid on this 600 after 2 years is 693 is the total amount minus 600, that is 93 rupees is the total amount. So 693 minus 600, that is 93 rupees is the compound interest that has to be paid on the 600 rupees. See the question, the value of a material was depreciated by 10% each year for 2 years. Find its original value if its present value is 3240. See actually this question belongs to profit and loss, but this way of solving this question resembles the compound interest. We can solve this question by using profit and loss, or we can solve the question by using the percentages method, or we can also solve the question by using the compound interest way of solving. See, he said the value of a material was depreciated, means it decreases by 10% each year for 2 years. So every year it is decreased by 10%. So find its original value. That means we need to find what was its original value. Original value means before 2 years what was its value, before 2 years. So we need to find before 2 years what was its value. If the present value means before 2 years we need to find, so after 2 years of that it's 3240. That means after 2 years means now present the value is 3240. So what was the value before 2 years? Means before it was decreased 10% each year, what was its value? Let us see, there are many methods we can solve this question. Let us see a method. Let the original value I am taking, let us consider this original value as I. Consider this original value as I. Present value he said 3240. So present value is 3240 is equals to original value is I into 1 minus rate of interest is 10 by 100 whole power t, that is 2 years. See, as he said decreased, we took the minus symbol here. This formula is like A is equals to P into 1 plus R by 100 whole power t. As he said depreciated, that means decreased, we took the minus in the place of plus symbol. If the question says its value is increased, so take the plus symbol as it is. As he said the value is depreciated, take the minus symbol. See, here A value is 3240, P value, the principal amount, in the place of principal amount we have written the initial value. Now let us simplify. In the place of rate of interest, this is the depreciated percentage. So R value I have taken 10. Now this zeros will cancel. So this is 3240 is equals to I into, this is 10 minus 1 is 9 by 10, which is whole square. So I will write one more step. This is 3240 is equals to I into, this is 9 nines are 81 by 100. So 9 square is 81, 10 square is 100. This is 81 ones are 81 40s are 3240. 81 ones are 81 40s are. Now the I value, that means the original value of that material was 40 into 100. The original value of that material was 40 into 100, which was 4000 rupees. So in this question, in this method we have taken the formula of total amount in compound interest. A is equals to P into 1 plus R by 100 whole power t. So A value is present value, we have written 3240 is equals to, in the place of principal amount I took it as initial amount 1 minus, why minus, it is decreased. So 1 minus R value is at what percentage it is decreased, that is 10 by 100 whole power, t value is 2 years. So zeros will cancel, 10 ones are 10 minus 1 is 9 by 10 whole square. So 3240 is equals to I into 9 by 10 whole square. So 3240 is equals to I into 9 square is 81, 10 square is 100. So 81 ones are 81 40s are 3240. So total amount are, see here actual amount, not total amount, it is actual amount are the original value I is equals to 40 into 100. So 40 into 100, that is 4000. Let us see, this question can be solved in one more method. Let us see the original amount, I will take it as 100. So let us the original amount, I will just take it as percentages process, I will take the original amount as 100. So the original amount is 100. So in the first year it is depreciated by 10 percentage, let us write it 10 percentage. So in 100, 10 percentage, 100 into 10 percentage is 10, but it is depreciated. That means after first year this 100 rupees has become 90, this 100 has become 90. So what happened in the second year? Again in the second year it is decreased by 10 percentage, again it is decreased by 10 percentage. In 90 the 10 percentage value is 9, so I will remove this 9. Remove means I will subtract this 9. So 90 minus 9 is 81. So this is the final value. Original value was 100. So after decreased it by 10 percentage 2 years, now the final value has become 81. But what is the final value? This is 81 actually the final value has become 3240. That means final value means the present value. So 81 has become 3240. That means 81 has been multiplied with 40 to get 3240. In the similar way, to find out the actual value, multiply this 100 also with 40. Multiply this 100 also with 40. So 100 into 40, that is 4000. So this is the actual value. So this 4000 is the actual value. That means this is the value of the material before 2 years. So what we have done, I took the original amount as 100. In the first year it is depreciated by 10. So 100 minus 10 is 90. Again in the second year it is decreased by 10. 90 minus, on 90 if you calculate 10 percentage, it is 9 rupees. So 90 minus 9 is 81. But in the question he said the present value is 3240. That means the 81 has become 3240, means we multiplied 81 with 40 to get the present value. Similarly, multiply this 100 also with 40 to get the actual value. So 100 into 40 is 4000. The next question says, find the total amount to be paid on 8000 rupees for 1.5 years at 10% rate of interest per annum compounded annually. So in this question we need to find the total amount, that is A value you need to find to be paid on 8000 rupees, that is the principal amount is 8000 for 1.5 years. This is the case we need to check. So T value is 1.5 year. So T value is 1.5 years and rate of interest per annum is 10%, and he said it was compounded annually. So now what is the total amount to be paid on this 8000 rupees? Now check here. So the time periods we have is for 1 year and we also have plus half year. So the total time period is 1 complete year plus 1 half year. And now the rate of interest we will calculate it. He said the rate of interest per annum is 10% and for half year, for complete year it is 10%, means for a half year it will become 5%. So for 1 complete year rate of interest is 10% and for 1 half year rate of interest is 5%. Now we need to find the total amount. So the total amount is nothing but it is 8000. On this 8000 the rate of interest for 1 year is 10% by 100. There is only one first year, so T1 value is 1 into 1 plus rate of interest for remaining time, remaining half year is 5% by 100. There is only 1 half year, so it will be 1. Never write it is 1 by 2, never write it value as 1 by 2 because half year. There is only 1 half year, so we will write the value 1. There is only 1 half year, so we will write the value 1. Now simplify, zeros will cancel. This is 5 ones are 5 20s are. So this is 8000 into, this is 10 ones are 10 plus 1, 11 by 10 into, this is 20 ones are 20 plus 1, 21 by 20. This 10 ones are 10 plus 1, 11 by 10 into 20 ones are 20 plus 1, 21 by 20. This is 20 tens are 200, 240s are 8000, 240s are 8000. Now 40 21s are, we will calculate 40 21s are, which is 4 ones are 4, 4 2s are 8 and 0. So 21 4s are 84 and write that 0. That means 21 40s are 840 into this 11. So this is 1100, 11 4s are 44, 11 8s are 88 plus 4, 92. So this is nothing but the total amount. So the total amount to be paid, the total amount to be paid is 9240. So what we have done here, he has given the principal amount 8,000 and he asked us to find out total amount A. Rate of interest for 1 year is 10%. But in the question he said for 1.5 year we need to calculate the total amount for 1.5 year on compound basis, on compound interest basis. So, time period T we have one complete year, one half year. So, one complete year the rate of interest is 10% and for half year the rate of interest is 5%. So, it is 8,000 is the p value into 1 plus rate of interest for first year is 10 by 100 whole power 1, because we have only one complete year is there, into 1 plus 5 by 100 whole power 1, because we have only one half year. So, simplify it, you will get 840 into 11 which is 9,240. That means the total amount to be paid, the total amount to be paid on 8,000 after 1.5 year at 10% rate of interest is 9,240. Let us see this question. On compound interest basis annually, on compound interest basis annually, a sum becomes 2 times itself in 3 years. A sum become 2 times itself in 3 years. In how many years it will become 8 times to itself? So, on compound interest basis, on compound interest basis annually, for every year it is calculated, there was a sum P, it has become 2 times to itself. Now, it has become 2 times, means it has become, means the total amount has become 2 times of the principal amount. So, sum is P, it has become 2 times, that means the total amount has become 2 times of the principal amount itself in 3 years. So, in 3 years this has happened. Now, the question is in how many years, in how many years it will become 8 times, that means the A value will become 8 times of the principal amount. So, in how many years the A value will become 8 times of the principal amount. Okay. Let us see this, the total amount will be principal amount into 1 plus R by 100 whole power T. This is the thing we will use. Now, let us see this. See, this has become, the total amount has become 2 times of the principal amount. That means A has become 2P is equals to P into 1 plus R by 100. So, in how many years this has become 2 times? In 3 years. So, the P value has become 2P in 3 years. Now, cancel this. Now, I can write here this is 2 is equals to, in the place of this P I will write 1, nothing is there means 1 we can write, 1 into 1 plus R by 100 whole power 3. Now, from this we can understand, if my principal amount has 1 rupee, if my principal amount is 1 rupee, it has become a total amount of rupees 2 in 3 years. If my principal amount is 1 rupee, it will become 2 rupees in 3 years. Now, the question is in how many years, in how many years this will become 8 rupees. In how many years it will become 8 rupees. Now, check here, I need to make this T2 value as 8. This is the total amount A value. So, this 2 will become 8. Now, for that I will cube on both sides, I will write it here. So, cubing on both sides, cubing on both sides. I will cube on both sides to make this 2 as 8. So, 2 cube is equals to 1 into 1 plus R by 100 whole power 3. I need to cube on both sides. So, this complete thing also I will make cube, this complete thing also I will make cube. Now, check this. So, 2 cube will become 8, 2 2s are 4 2s are 8 is equals to 1 cube is 1 only. If you take 1 and cube it, you will get 1, square it, you will get 1, nothing will be changed there. So, 1 cube is 1 into, so 1 plus R by 100 whole power Now see, we know this a power m whole power n is a power m into n. A power m whole power n is a power mn. So here 3 whole power 3 is 9. 3 whole power 3 is 9. Now see here, this is my principal amount if I consider 1 rupee. So now this 1 rupee has become 8 rupees. So this 1 rupee has become 8 rupees. So in how much time, that is the question, in how much time. So this value always denotes the time period. So this is a is equals to p into 1 plus r by 100 whole power t. So this is t. So what is the value of t here? T will be equals to 9 years. So t will be equals to 9 years. It's very simple. The question says there is some amount, it has become 2 times in 3 years. Now a has become 2p in 3 years. So I just substituted it. Now what I got here, 2 is equals to 1 into 1 plus r by 100 whole cube. Now I need to make this 2 value as height 8. I need to make this 2 8. So to make this 2 8, I cube it on both sides. So 2 cube is equals to 1 plus r by 100 whole power cube. Now this 2 cube has become 8, 1 into 1 plus r by 100 whole power 3 3s are 9. So this, if I consider this 1 as principal amount and this 8 will be the total amount. That means my 1 rupee has become 8 rupees in 9 years. So this is how we need to check, because this value, the power value always represents the time in calculating the total amount of compound interest basis. So in 9 years the total amount will become 8 times 2 itself. Let us see the question. The question says, find the sum which amounts to 4,800 rupees after 3 years and rupees 7,200 after 6 years on compound interest basis. So the question clearly says find the sum. We need to find what sum, that means the p value. So how much money will amounts to, again the same word is there. So how much money will become a total amount of 4,800 after 3 years and again a total amount of 7,200 after 6 years. Consider this as A1, this is A2 if you consider. So a principal amount P will become 4,800 after 3 years and 7,200 after 6 years on compound interest basis. So we need to find the P value. So let us write the given things. So 4,800 is the total amount for 3 years I am writing. So 4,800 is equals to P into 1 plus R by 100 whole power 3. 4,800 is equals to P into 1 plus R by 100 whole power 3. And this is for 3 years and I will write it for the 6 years. 6 years the total amount has become 7,200 is equals to, principal amount won't change here, it is P into 1 plus R by 100 whole power 6. So it has become 1 plus R by 100 whole power 6. Now to simplify this, I will write this 1 plus R by 100 whole power 6 as 2 cube parts, like P into 1 plus R by 100 whole power 3 into 1 plus R by 100 whole power 3. This whole power 6 I have made it into 2 equal parts, 1 plus R by 100 whole power 3 into 1 plus R by 100 whole power 3. Now check this part, P into 1 plus R by 100 whole power 3 is nothing but 4,800. P into 1 plus R by 100 whole power 3 is 4,800. I will substitute it here, this is 4,800 into 1 plus R by 100 whole cube. So here we have 7,200. So 7,200 is equals to 4,800 in the place of P into 1 plus R by 100 whole cube into 1 plus R by 100 whole cube. So cancel this. So this is 2 zeros, I will cancel. 24 2s are 48, 24 3s are 72. 24 2s are 48, 24 3s are 72. Now check it here, this is 3 by 2 is equals to 3 by 2 is equals to, we have 1 plus r by 100 whole cube, we have 1 plus r by 100 whole cube. See, from this I can write it as 1 plus r by 100 whole cube. 1 plus r by 100 whole cube is 4800 by p. 1 plus r by 100 whole cube is 4800 by p. I will substitute this value here in this place. In this place I will substitute it, which is 1 plus r by 100 whole cube is 4800 by p. 1 plus r by 100 whole cube is 4800 by p. Now cancel it, this is 3 1s are 3 16s are 48, 2 zeros. Now go for cross multiplication, this is p into 1 is p, 1600 into 2, which is 3200. That means the principal amount was 3200. That means the 3200 rupees on compound interest becomes 4800 rupees in 3 years and 7200 rupees in 6 years. We just took the equations for first year and for first 3 years, and we have taken the equation for the next 6 years, and I substituted the value of 3 years in the place of 6 years. So we get the principal amount value as 3200. Let us see this question. On a certain sum, the difference between simple interest and compound interest is 36 rupees and their sum is 160 rupees. Find their product, means we need to find the product of simple interest and compound interest. Actually this question is related to algebra. Let us see what he has given. The difference between simple interest and compound interest. Let us take the simple interest as S and compound interest as C. So what he has given, S minus C is 36. Difference between simple interest and compound interest is 36, and their sum, that means S plus C is 160. So S minus C is 36, S plus C is 160. If you check this, cancel these two things, plus C and minus C. So this is 2S is equals to 196. So 2S is equals to 196. So from this the S value will become 196 divided by 2. The S value is 196 divided by 2. 2 1s are 2 98s are. So S value, the simple interest value has become 98. The simple interest value is 98. Now take any one equation. I will take this. So S value is 98 minus C is equals to 36. S value is 98 minus C is equals to 36. So C value, the compound interest value is 98 minus 36. So minus C will become plus C. I will take it to the right side, which will become positive, and this 36 will become negative. So which is 98 minus 36 is 62. So 8 minus 6 is 2, 9 minus 3 is 6. Now the simple interest value is 98 and the compound interest value is 62. Now what we need? We need the product of simple interest and compound interest. So S into C. S into C is 98 into 62, which is 6076, which is 6076. So the product of simple interest and compound interest is 6076 rupees. We have just written what he has given. SI plus CI is 36. I am sorry, SI minus CI is 36 and SI plus CI is 160. So cancel the compound interest values, which is one positive and one negative. So S plus S become 2S. You can keep the symbol if you want. S plus S become 2S plus 36 plus 160 is 196. So the simple interest is 196 by 2, that is 98. Now to get the compound interest, take any one equation, either the sum or the subtraction. So S minus C I have taken, S is 98, C as it is, the difference is 36. So C value is 98 minus 36, which is 62. So the compound interest is 62 and the simple interest is 98. So, the product of simple interest and compound interest is 98 into 62, which is 6076 rupees. Let us see the question. Find the rate of interest at which the difference between simple interest and compound interest on 35,840 for 3 years will be rupees 1750. So, for 3 years he is asking the rate of interest and he has given the principal amount p value, and the difference between simple interest and compound interest for 3 years. So, the difference value is 1750. Now, we need to find the rate of interest R value. We need to find the rate of interest R value. See, we know this, we can use the formula. I will write the formula just. So, the difference is 3p into R by 100 whole square plus p into R by 100 whole cube. We can use this formula to solve the question, but we are not using the formula here. This formula can be used to solve the question to find the rate of interest in this case. So, I will use a method here to solve this question. So, let us write the method, which is 3k plus 1 by k cube is equals to the difference by the principal amount. Here in this case the value k is nothing but the reciprocal of the rate of interest. The value k is reciprocal of rate of interest, that means the R value will be 1 by k. R value will be 1 by k. To convert into percentage, we will multiply it with 100. First we will solve what is the k value here. Let us see this. So, I will write it one more time. So, it is 3k plus 1 by k cube is equals to the difference between the simple interest and compound interest for 3 years is 1750 by the principal amount is 35,840. So, difference is 1750 and the principal amount is 35,840. Let us cancel this. I will cancel this 0. This is 7 2s are 14, 3 will remain, 7 5s are 35. And here 7 5s are 35, 7 1s are 1 will remain, 7 2s are 14. Now, what is remains here? This is 25 by 512. That means 3k plus 1 is 25 and k cube is 512. I will take any one thing, either I will equalize the numerators or I will equalize the denominators. Let us equalize the numerators. Anything you will get, let us see both. 3k plus 1 is 25. 3k plus 1 is 25, therefore 3k is equals to 25 minus 1 is 24, k is equals to 24 by 3, that is 8, k is 8. Or let us see the denominators, let us see the denominator values. So, k cube is equals to 512 and k is equals to cube root of 5 and 2 can be written as 8 cube. 8 8s are 64, 8s are 512. So, cube root and cube will cancel. So, k value is 8. So, k value is 8 in every case. Now, what we need? We need the rate of interest. Therefore, the R value is 1 by k, that is 1 by 8 into 100. To convert it into percentage, multiply it with 100. So, this is 4 2s are 4 25s are. So, 25 by 2 is 12.5 percentage. This is the required rate of interest. So, he has given the difference between simple interest and compound interest for 3 years and the sum he has given, we need to find the R value. We can use this formula to solve this. Anyway, you people know this formula. So, let us learn a new method. So, 3k plus 1 by k cube is equals to d by p. Here k is any constant which is equals to the reciprocal of the rate of interest. I have written it here. So, k is reciprocal of rate of interest. So, 3k plus 1 by k cube is equals to difference by principal amount, which is difference is 1750 by principal amount is 35,840. After cancellation we got 3k plus 1 by k cube is equals to 25 by 512. Either we can equalize the numerators or we can equalize the denominators. So 3k plus 1 is 25, 3k is 24, k is 8. Similarly, k cube is 512, k value is 8 because 8 cube is 512, cube root and cube will cancel. But we need the rate of interest. So r is nothing but 1 by k, that is 1 by 8. Converting into percentage, multiply with 100. So 4 2s are 8, 425 is 100, 25 by 2 is 12.5 percentage. So the required rate of interest is 12.5 percentage in this case. Right, the question says find the sum on which the difference between simple interest and compound interest for 2 years at 4 percentage rate of interest per annum will be 320. So this is the difference we have. So we have, this is the difference he has given. So 320 is the difference between okay, the question says find the sum on which the difference between simple interest and compound interest for 2 years at 4 percentage rate of interest per annum will be 320. So we need to find the p value. Rate of interest is 4 percentage per annum and difference he has given 320 and time period is 2 years. So we know the difference between simple interest and compound interest for 2 years is PR square by 100 square, that is P into R by 100 whole square. This is the difference between simple interest and compound interest. So therefore, so the difference he has given, that as 320 is equals to, we need to find the P value, and R value is 4 percentage, which is 4 square by 100 square means 10,000. 100 square is 10,000. This is 4 square is 16, 16 2s are 32 and 0. So this is 4 square is nothing but 16, 16 2s are 32 and 0. Nothing is there means 1 is there, you can keep that, otherwise just leave it. So here we need to find the P value. So the principal amount P is equals to, it is 20 into 10,000. The principal amount we need, and it is 20 into 10,000, that is 20 we write and keep those 4 zeros here. So it will be 2 lakhs rupees. So 20 into 10,000, so which will be 2 lakhs. So the principal amount required is 2 lakhs. See what we have done here, just we have calculated the principal amount, the difference he only given. So P into R square by 100 square is nothing but the difference between simple interest and compound interest. So P into R square by 100 square is nothing but the difference between simple interest and compound interest for 2 years. So difference he has given 320 is equals to P into rate of interest is 4 percentage, that is 4 square by 100 square is nothing but 10,000. So 4 square is 16, 16 ones are 16 2s are 32, that is 20. So this is 20 into 10,000, which is 2 lakhs. So the principal amount required in this case is 2 lakhs. Thank you for joining. For more related videos, subscribe to ITTV. For more related videos, subscribe to Quality Thought YouTube channel. Thank you.